hairstyle utilizes a pin curl setting pattern as well as sleeping in pin curls overnight. So the first part of the video will be a tutorial showing you how you can roll your hair in pin curls to create the style, and the second part will be the brush out, showing you how I styled the hair once it's dry. So the first thing you're going to want to do after you shower is let your hair dry about 75% or so damp, but I'm going to be re-adding moisture with my setting lotion. And before your hair starts to dry, you're going to want to create your side part. That way it's nice and firm and set. So I've already created mine. It usually goes about right above the arch of the eyebrow. That's kind of what I'm modeling the hairstyle after. If in my last video you couldn't really get a great idea of the haircut, now that the hair is wet, I feel like I can kind of show you the shape of it a little bit better. As you can see, the hair is of medium length, longer in the back, and creating that horseshoe effect with a rounded shape at the bottom. For a nice full Pageboy, you're not going to want to have any layers in your haircut. A style that can be worn longer or shorter in length, but my favorite is this mid-length version. Now that the hair is combed out, we can create our hair sections, starting by separating the bangs. I'm rolling up the hair section and securing the bangs with a duckbill clip. Next, I'm separating the hair from behind the ear, pulling it forward and securing it with my clip for now. Next, I'm going to separate the section behind the ear. Repeat that process on the other side and you'll be left with just the remaining back section, saving one section for last. And all of the pin curls in the back are going to be rolled in the same direction. It doesn't matter which one, they just need to go the same way. So I'm taking this thin vertical section, and depending on how much hair you have, you can either divide it into 2 or 3. I think I'm going to divide it into 3, but I'll start with the bottom hair section. Add your setting product, comb it again, grab your roller. Your hair section should be about 1 inch in size. Wind it around the curler carefully, trying to keep it smooth. Carefully remove the roller by pinching it and holding it taut, and add your bobby pins. For the best hold, you should use 2 bobby pins in a crisscross formation. Now you can complete that step a few more times until your first hair section is complete. My first section has 4 pin curls all rolled under. Depending on how much hair you have and how thick your hair is, you might have more or less pin curls in your sections. For the smooth Pageboy result, what's important is that your pin curls in the back are all facing the same way. Changing the pin curl direction will result in more waves, which is not the look we're going for today. For the back, now that we've started our rows, we can continue adding on more pin curls facing the same direction. For example, all of my pin curls in the back are rolled counterclockwise. Alternatively, all of your pin curls in the back could be rolled clockwise. It doesn't matter which way. You might notice the little mirror that I've added, which is on a tripod stand so that I could see the back of my head in front of my vanity. This little hack helped me so much during this video. Pin curling the back of your head will probably be the most challenging part of this style. These pin curls will be rolled towards your face. So this curl that's on the left side will be rolled clockwise. Sometimes I find it easier to section my hair off so that I work from the bottom of the row to the top. This way, it's easier to get the pin curls pinned in place without ruining the ones that have already formed. But to be honest, I don't always do it this way. There are plenty of times where I pin curl from top to bottom. It just kind of depends on my mood, how I'm feeling, and how my hair is behaving. I also thought it might be easier to show on camera what I'm doing if I have the hair pinned back. You might also find it helpful to pin some of your pin curls on top of existing pin curls. That way you're not rolling your pin curls all the way up to the hair parting. Since I don't have as much hair in the front sections, I'm just doing some large pin curls above the ear. With my hair being a little bit shorter, I can get away with pin curling larger sections, especially in the front areas where I have less hair. After rolling the side sections, we can move on to the last remaining section, which is the bangs. For the bangs, I'm creating 4 horizontal rows where I'm going to roll very large standing pin curls. For standing pin curls, I find it easier to use some pin curl clips, but you can use bobby pins instead. These standing pin curls are kind of over-directed towards the hair parting to create extra volume in the bang. I did have to secure that smaller pin curl with a bobby pin, but in total I have 4 standing pin curls. I finished off the set with some final spritzes of setting lotion and added a hairnet to sleep more comfortably overnight. Typically my drying time is overnight, but my hair was a little bit more wet than normal, so I let it dry till the next afternoon. Now that it is the next day and I can be sure that the hair is completely dry, I'm going to remove my hairnet, scarf, and all of the bobby pins. I'm going to add some pomade just to help with frizz and add a little shine and texture. For the brush out, I'm lightly applying some pomade while combing through the curls with my fingers. Next, I'm going to grab my Denman brush for the detangling. You can start by brushing out your hair, working your way from the bottom to top, combing that bottom section over your hand to form the fold, and encouraging the shapes that you want to form with your hands. To smooth the hair, I'm using my Denman finisher brush. Kind of tempted to spray the bang because I don't want it to fall, and I really like the volume it's giving. To shape the bang, I'm using this lovely pink little plastic teasing brush and just combing those pieces together and using the rat tail end to position it where I want. When the waves start to form, you can hold them in place with your fingers and add some duckbill clips to make them set more permanently. I picked up this comb in a little set from Publix, which is my local grocery store, and I'm actually really loving it. So if you can find a little plastic kind of wide tooth little teasing brush like this, it has been great for my hairstyles. And to set the style, you're going to want to apply some hairspray. This one is the super fine setting hairspray from Oribe, and I've been using it a lot lately for my more brushed out styles. This is a great product for layering and adding small amounts of hairspray at a time, that way your hair isn't too crunchy. I did apply some of a firmer Kenra hairspray to the bang section just to keep that shape and volume. And to pay homage to multiple versions of Diana's classic Pageboy hairstyle, I decided to sweep back the side section and hold it in place with one of my grip tooth combs. Completely optional, but just another way to replicate one of her iconic looks. So this is one of my favorite pin curling methods. I not only will use it on damp hair, but I will also utilize this method on dry hair. Sometimes I'll wash my hair, but I won't set it until the next day, and this method still works great on dry hair as well. This is also one of my favorite hair curling methods for when I'm restyling my hair. So let's say I go to bed tonight, I don't do anything to try and maintain the hairstyle, and then tomorrow night I decide to re-curl the hair. I will do the same styling method with the standing pin curls and then roll the rest of the hair underneath and wear it in the same style, refresh the next day. This is not a hairstyle that's going to keep well if you don't re-roll it at night. And that's totally fine. There are so many other ways you can style your hair the next morning. At least you know that it does have some curl and some texture the next morning. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you'll join me for my next video in the Pageboy series.